Hello, welcome back. Now I bring you AM News. We'll start from the OT region because Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Ablakwa is warning foreigners living in Ghana not to attempt to acquire the Ghanaian passport. He says anyone found culpable will be prosecuted. Mr. Ablakwa spoke after inaugurating a passport office for the OT region at Dambai. Correspondent Peter Senu has more.
The inauguration of the passport office at the OT regional capital, Dambai, would see an end to residents traveling to the Volta regional capital Ho for passport and other related services. The passport office shares the same environment with the regional police command. The sector minister Samuel Ablakwa says any foreigner who acquires a traveling document will be prosecuted. He says the sanctions imposed on neighboring countries and some African countries by the United States of America, the Ghanaian document would be a delicacy on the spicy stove for foreigners.
People now see all the benefits that Ghanaians are enjoying if you have a Ghanaian passport will suddenly want to metamorphose into being Ghanaians. But they are not Ghanaians. And we know they are not Ghanaians. And so, if you are not a Ghanaian, you do not qualify to own a Ghanaian passport. And let me use this opportunity to warn that any foreigner found attempting to acquire a Ghanaian passport will be swiftly apprehended and handed over to law enforcement. And the Attorney General has assured us that there will be swift prosecutions and you are going to end up in jail. We are very, very strict about that because we do not want anybody to come derail the gains and the current value addition that we have brought to Ghanaian passports. We are not going to allow foreigners. We love our neighbors. We cherish good neighborliness. We maintain cordial relations with all our neighbors, but you are a citizen of that country. Apply for a passport from that country and live with the effects of that passport. If you want your passport to be as valuable as the Ghanaian passport, tell your leaders to do what Ghana has done.
He therefore charged the sector stakeholders, thus the Ghana Immigration Service and sister security agencies, to be on the lookout not to allow any foreigner into the system. With the inauguration of the passport office for the OT region, the OT regional minister John Kwajo wants all regional offices for the region inaugurated and detached from the Volta region to prove the autonomy of the region as not an appendage to the Volta region.
I wish to use this opportunity to invite other ministries, departments and agencies to, as a matter of agency, considering the opening of the regional offices in the OT region to bring meaningful decentralization as enshrined in Article 240 of the Constitution and aligned with the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So for me, all the regional activities and agencies that still bear the name Volta Region OT should be cancelled from our books. It shouldn't be Volta and OT anymore. Even though Volta is our brothers and sisters, you know, everybody knows how I think about Volta Region. But for now, when Volta has theirs, let also have us of OT Region. It is very, very important.
Some first-time applicants who were scheduled to have their passports shared their optimism about the system. Peter Senu for Joy News.
From the OT region, let me take you to the Upper West region, where Regional Minister Charles Luanga Posen has criticized municipal and district assemblies in the region for poor performance on the District Performance Assessment 2, describing the situation as alarming. He attributes the low scores to failure to comply with requirements on the District Development Data Platform, warning that negligence in updating statutory data and reports is costing the Assembly's vital development funds. Here's Rafiq Salam's report.
Upper West Regional Minister, Lawyer Charles Luanga Posen's speech was short and akin to a lady's short skirt, but covers all the vital parts. He was not only candid on the failings of duty bearers, but hammered more on what needs to be done to change the tide.
Every city spent must produce visible and measurable results.
The recent district performance assessment tool, DPAD reports, revealed poor performance of the various municipal and districts in the region, which the minister said should shake them to the core, woke them up from their slumber, and change their attitude to work.
Every MMDA in this region performed poorly, and the evidence points clearly to our collective failure to comply with the requirements of the District Development Data Platform. This is alarming, not because the platform is new, but because other MMDAs across the country complied and passed. Our failure, therefore, cannot be blamed on the system. It speaks to something deeper within our own processes, attitudes, and commitment to duty. If the very people we serve were to know that our own negligence, our own refusal to input statutory data, meetings and reports, and mandatory deliveries is the reason we are losing development funds, what would they think of us?
Charles Luongo stated that though the region remains largely peaceful due to the collaboration between the RECSEC, NUSEC, DISEC, traditional rulers, and security agencies, there are growing signs of emerging threats which cannot be ignored.
Isolated robbery incidents along major routes, cross-border vulnerabilities, rising youth drug abuse, land and chieftaincy dispute, and the creeping menace of illegal mining. These are indicators requiring proactive intelligence gathering, district-led interventions, stronger community engagement, and unwavering vigilance. We must never wait for crisis before acting.
He then zeroed in on progress made on sweep of infrastructure development projects, particularly on education, road rehabilitation, irrigation, health, water, electrification, markets, and mechanization. He, however, was not happy with the slow pace of completion of the projects.
Delays in project completion, work supervision, incomplete works, and inadequate monitoring remain pressing issues. Poor contractor supervision, limited logistics, and funding constraints have slowed our pace. This must change. Development cannot thrive on excuses. It thrives on discipline, leadership, and accountability. I am directing all assemblies to do the following: strengthen monitoring and supervision, enforce contractor performance standards, submit regular progressive reports every quarter, patronize value for money, and eliminate waste. And 5, ensure strict compliance with procurement laws. This is key. You can do everything, you can deliver the project, but if you breach procurement procedure, even with the edifice, you will go to jail.
After a thorough diagnosis of the state of the region, chairman of the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council laid bare forward-looking roadmap for 2026 and beyond.
I call upon all of us, political leaders, administrative leaders, traditional authorities, and technical institutions to renew our devotion to the region we serve. Let the coming year be marked by bolder ideas, harder work, stronger collaboration, deeper accountability, innovative development skills, and unwavering commitment to the welfare of the people of Upper West.
Reporting for J News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
Now, 55 apprentices from Ekumfi and Mankesim have earned life-changing skills thanks to an initiative by the Obapa Fatima Amwedu Foundation. The project is to promote financial independence and reduce poverty. Founder Obapa Fatima Amwedu notes that the initiative will also empower young women in remote and underserved communities with practical vocational skills to help them become self-reliant and actively contribute to local economic development.
Obapa Fatima Amwedu Foundation is on a mission to impact lives and communities through vocational skills. launching the foundation with a graduation ceremony for 55 artisans from its maiden skills training program for apprentices from Ekumfi and Mankasim. Obapa Fatima Muidu shares that the training is a way of alleviating poverty and promoting entrepreneurship.
When we put these girls and then males into training, the hope is that they'll be able to take care of themselves. And I also encourage them that whilst they were trained for free, they should also pick individuals from the community and then train them. I hope that gradually, whilst they train other people, it expands. And so hopefully at the end of the day, we are bridging the poverty gap. I'm grateful for everyone who came to support this event, and it's not a one-day event. We are not going to be seen or seem to be doing something. We are actually creating impact in the lives of our people. We are not calling our queen mothers or chiefs to come and back us only to pretend to be doing something. No, we are making an impact in the community, and we hope that this will go a long way to make our community great and Ghana at large as well.
Kojo Jimfi, the Deputy Central Regional Youth Organizer for the NDC, lauded Obapa for the initiative, highlighting the importance of the training program.
I will give a 21 gun salute to Obapa Fati. She's going to impact a lot of lives, because right now, these apprenticeships that are graduating today are people going to the various homes. They are going, one, so for their family members, two, so for money, three, they are going out there to also train others. What it means is that she's adding up to a lot of skills and others in the various constituencies and the various districts. There are more room for improvement. She can do more, but I think that government too must do everything humanly possible to at least get her some of the sponsors, so that at least when she gets the sponsorship, she can equally expand the scope so that more people will be added and then more expansion will come, so that a lot will be benefited, and then we do the program in its right direction.
Then Kosohema of Ekumfia Kwansa Kokodo, Nanefua Kunedu, called for the emulation of the initiative.
I want to use this opportunity to tell each and everyone, especially we the opinion leaders, to look at what Nana Fatima has done. That, look, a young woman of her kind, taking it upon herself to put as much as 100 people into a trade. Not just all of us getting 100 people. You can take 2, you can take 3, you can help 1. It is all helping. We all need to help everyone.
For the Obapa Fatima Muidu Foundation, the future is handmade. From Mankasim, Abigail Lissel and Kroma reports for Joy News.
I'm Sarah, one of the survivors after the Zerg consumed Earth, and now I'm a senior pilot in the Human Federation.
Students in Kokwado within the Komende Dina Igwafu-Ebrim municipality Central Region are poised to gain hands-on digital skills with the commissioning of a modern ICT center unveiled during the community's Impuntune Korea Festival. Chief of Kokwado, Obodan Oprim Kwansa III, described the facility as a timely intervention to equip the younger generation with essential technological competencies needed in today's digital era.
The Impuntu and Kroye Festival of Kokwado in the Komende Dinegwafa-Ebrim municipality brought together indigents and visitors in a celebration of culture and tradition. Addressing the Grand Deba, which was on the theme Building an Ultra-Modern Palace, Promoting Peace, Sustaining Our Culture, the chief of Kokwado, Obodan Oprim Kwansa III, made a call to government against political and legal interference in chieftaincy matters.
This tradition is very important to me. A wise chief is not distilled. We often hear that a chief who once brought glory to a town has been distilled and arraigned, or there are political interferences. President, Vice President, I plead with the President and the Vice President that if change is possible, it should happen, because towns and communities belong to chiefs, not politicians. We nurture politicians to reach that level, so they have to accord traditional rulers that respect.
He also assured government of the provision of land for infrastructural projects, stressing the traditional area's support for the operation of the Commander Sugar Factory.
I also know our president will soon kickstart operations at our Commander Sugar Factory. Once that happens, Ghana and beyond will reap the benefits, and our chiefs will be satisfied.
The festival also marked the commissioning of an ICT center for the community, representing the KEA Municipal Education Directorate. The School Improvement and Support Officer for PC Circuits, Maxwell Ablakwa, underscored the significance of the new facility.
This facility is going to help our children to become what the curriculum says, that is to be digitally literate. So this is going to help them in learning their computing lessons, that is especially the practical aspect, and it is also going to help them when it comes to researching on other lessons, when it comes to integrated science, social studies. So basically, this is going to improve their learning when it comes to the use of technology. Even though it was done by the chief of Kokwado, it is going to help the two communities and children coming from other communities to the school.
From Kokwado, Abigail Lesalin-Kroma reports for Joy News.
And moving on to other stories, Banda Boase, known as the food basket of the Banda district, has in recent times become a target for criminal activities, particularly along roads leading to and from the community on market days. The situation has been worsened by the inadequate number of police stations across the district. In response, the Member of Parliament for Banda constituency, Ahmed Ibrahim, and the District Assembly have commissioned a new police station with officers' quarters at Boase to strengthen police presence. Precious Semevo has more.
As part of his routine engagement with constituents, the Member of Parliament for Banda and Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, has toured Biema, Boase, Bofie, Wewa and Bawo communities in Banda to acquaint himself with development on the ground. During interactions, he reaffirmed his commitment to closing development gaps in key areas such as education, health, roads, employment, as raised by the chiefs. Addressing an immediate security concern, the MP commissioned a third police station in the Banda district at Boase with 4 residential quarters for officers to enhance the fight against crime. He expressed relief.
Because that place is a mountainous area. It's a place where it always rains. They have the opportunity of getting the double maximum of the rainfall. So when it comes to food production, that was the food basket of the district. But security was a challenge there. So in 2015, we built a police station there, but we couldn't build the accommodation. Then we lost it. It was abandoned by our predecessors. Then when we came back, we decided to go and continue with the decent. But thank God, Mandisi, within 6 months, was able to provide a decent 4-man accommodation for that office, for us to go and commission it. So that was a sign of relief for me, and it was a great joy to the people who are there.
Banda District Police Commander DSP Peter Wusu said the station would augment security within the enclave and appealed for community cooperation.
Within the district, we have only 2 police stations. The one that we have at Banda and that of Dobo, it is making it very difficult for us to control certain crimes. So now that we have the Banda Boase police station, it is going to be very, very instrumental for us in as much as police service is concerned. So I will entreat each and everybody here to help us, and I know the public or the community is going to collaborate well with the police in the fight of crime.
Chief of Banda Boase, or therefore Duabataboa Ligbi Wolitie II, warned residents against activities that could attract reactions from security personnel. The MP, as part of the festivities, also donated over 1,000 bags of rice for stakeholders in Banda. Precious Semevo, Joy News, Banda.
It's now time for some business news. I'll bring you that right after the break. Welcome back. Now, the Institute of Energy Security, IES, is projecting a drop in fuel prices at the pumps following the resumption of operations at the Tema oil refinery toll. Speaking to Joy Business, Senior Research and Policy Analyst Derek Emmanuel said renewed crude processing locally could reduce Ghana's exposure to international oil price fluctuations.
Also, the determination of fuel prices, definitely there are three major factors. So we are talking about the international price, we are talking about the taxes and margins, we are talking about the forex. And so any of these factors that has a trigger, it will affect the final price at the various pumps. So let's take, for example, the international price. We import refined petroleum products. So anytime prices goes up on the international market, we are likely to have that impact for us at the various pumps in Ghana. And so if now we are not going to import refined petroleum products, and we are able to refine our own petroleum products in Ghana here, then it means that what happens on the international market will not be felt too much here. So even if on the international market prices are supposed to go up, we are likely not to experience the prices going up at the various pumps. Secondly, if on the international market there is so much supply, let's say that supply is now exceeding demand, so there's some surplus, we can now refine our own petroleum products in Ghana, and then both as a strategic reserve stock, we'll be able to store them. And when they're able to store enough petroleum products, what it means is that it's going to translate into lower prices at the various pumps.
The outgoing managing director of ARB Apex Bank PLC, Alex Kwesiewa, says the bank's outlook for 2026 will be anchored on accelerated digital transformation to strengthen the operations of rural and community banks. He noted that expanding digital platforms and improving technology-driven services will enhance efficiency, financial inclusion, and customer experience across the sector. Mr. Ewa made the remarks in an interview with Joy Business on the sidelines of the ARB Apex Bank Christmas dinner in Accra.
I expect that we'll continue with, the governance improvements are still there. ARB Apex Bank, what we do is that every year we designated some governance, compliance, and then risk governance compliance meetings that we hold with these banks. On top of that, we hold training programs in governance for these banks, and these training programs are expanded to all staff of rural banks, and we expect to continue with these things. And ARB Apex Bank will continue to give support in terms of digital technology, making the platform available to all the banks, and also expanding enrollment so that many Ghanaians will have access to digital banking services and also be part of the rural banking platform. And so we expect that in spite of the challenges, we're going to increase volumes of the business that we do at the rural bank side and also at the ARB Apex Bank, and also our development partners. There is opportunity for us to expand our relationship through which some funding are going to come in to augment the funding sources that we give to the rural bank. So we expect that 2026 is going to be an exciting year.
And that's how we end the business segment. And that's it for the AM News. My name is Denise Yapomaide. Up next is sports. Please, if you want more stories, kindly log on to myjonline.com. Have a lovely day.